Blake Lively's lawsuit against her It Ends With Us co-star Justin Baldoni is back in the headlines after this week's court hearing. Baldoni's legal team is questioning the strength of Lively's case and calling for a dismissal. The judge now weighing whether to grant that request or to allow a trial that, for now, is scheduled for May. Here with us now is Court TV anchor and former judge Ashley Willcott. Judge, welcome back.
Thank you so much for having me. I always enjoy being on with you.
We're all intrigued with this case. It doesn't go away, and it's juicy, especially with everything we saw play out in court this week. Baldoni's attorney says Lively's lawsuit is filled with, quote, trivial and petty grievances that do not meet the standards of a hostile workplace. The judge then responded. He said this, quote, a whole bunch of little things can add up to a big thing, end quote. What do you make of that argument and the judge's response?
So first of all, you have to think about the context, because Baldoni's attorneys are arguing context makes all the difference, that Lively was hired for a movie in which there is highly sexualized themes and romance. And so, for instance, an example of what was provided was dancing, a dancing scene. And Lively says, listen, he started nuzzling my face and kissing my face without my consent. Now, the judge, I think, is right on point, and that is with this context of employment workplace, because remember, we're talking about in the workplace, the judge has to determine, was it pervasive? Was it aimed at Lively? Those are some of those requirements for sexual harassment. So he has to look at the whole picture, not one individual little grievance, as Baldoni claims.
Judge, one of Lively's attorneys spoke outside of the courthouse on Thursday. Here's what they said. I'll talk to you on the other side.
Blake Lively wants this to go to trial. She really is in a position where she's got mountains of strong evidence. She feels very good about her claims, and she wants to send a message to for all women that if you are wronged and harmed in the workplace, you can stand up for yourself.
Judge, in your view, how strong is Lively's case?
Well, according to her facts, it's very strong, because she is arguing that factually there were different scenarios while taping this movie, filming this movie, that were severe and pervasive, and that she was targeted as a female because of her gender. The problem is this is a dispute of facts. And so what we don't know, what facts are going to be decided, which person is really going to be believed at the end of the day, Baldoni or Lively. But if you believe everything she says happened, I think she has a strong case.
Finally, a lot of us were waiting for those text messages to be released. They were out this week. The one a lot of people are talking about that's making headlines are the texts between Lively and Taylor Swift. Now, in one exchange, Swift says Baldoni's use of her music in the film's trailer gives Lively more power, and Lively called Baldoni stupid. So the messages, of course, are generating headlines, but what is the actual significance of these texts that we're seeing in the courtroom?
Well, listen, of course, they're salacious. Two very rich, famous, beautiful people are sending these texts to each other. So everybody wants to hear about those. When it comes to admissibility, it's whether or not, first, they're relevant, and second, are they more prejudicial in value than they are probative? The judge has to decide that. But if they are texts that put in context what was happening to Lively on set while taping this movie, I would argue that they're admissible. And the jury can then take from them what they will to say, was this severe, pervasive sexual harassment in the workplace?
As of now, a trial is set for May 18th. Do you expect this case to go forward?
100%. At this point, neither have backed down. They're both very adamant that they are right, that the facts are on their side. I don't see this going away. I don't see it being settled. I think we can expect trial on May 18th to begin.
So let's say this lawsuit goes to trial. Lively's team is already saying several celebrities do have information relevant to this case. How does the high-profile nature of this legal saga playing out publicly affect what happens in the courtroom?
Well, there's two different arguments. I believe it absolutely affects it, because no matter how well you pick a jury, they're going to have at least heard of these people, seen movies with these people in them, know who they are. Everybody knows who Taylor Swift is. Most people know who Blake Lively is. So they will have heard of these individuals. Now, they have to be selected knowing that they say they can be fair and impartial. But can they really, if they've heard in the news what they've heard? Begs that question.
Judge Ashley Willcott, we always appreciate your insight. And again,
Thank
this
you.
is a case that really has caught the attention of the entire country. Thank you again.
Yeah, you want to keep watching. There's a lot more coming.
There's a lot more coming. I'm with you here. I can't wait. All right. Thank you again. Hope to see you soon, Judge.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.